Hello, my friends. It is Seth here from All In, a Nintendo podcast, checking out the newly released Steam demo for Storyteller. This is a game by Daniel Benmergui. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Recently announced at the Annapurna Interactive Showcase, which we did cover the latest episode of All In. And I mentioned then that I was planning on doing a video to check out the Steam demo for the game. The game is, of course, coming to Switch soon. No hard release date on it, but slated for Switch release soon. And certainly a very interesting premise that really, captured my imagination from the second I saw the trailer. And I'm looking forward to checking it out. Couple of quick disclaimers. This is, of course, the Steam version of the game, so this is not the Nintendo Switch version of the game, as a demo is not available on the Nintendo Switch. This is also a work in progress. This is obviously just a demo. The game is not released, so the what you're seeing now may not necessarily be indicative of the final product. So with all of that sort of preamble out of the way, what do you say we jump into it and see what is going on? This looks like a really cool little puzzle game here. We've got Chapter 1, Love and Loss. And we've got a few options here. Oh, wow. Interesting. I don't know how much of this content the demo is going to allow us to experience, but we're going to start from the top. And we'll just kind of go from there and see what happens. Lonely person finds love. Build a story that fits the title. Got Albert here. He's lonely. He's going to meet Juliet. They fall in love. How nice. How nice. Story of a heartbreak. Interesting. So we'll choose as our setting here, I suppose, marriage. Albert and Juliet got married. And then let's say that Albert died. Right? Juliet's very heartbroken about that. Understandably so. Someone is rejected. Albert, Eleonora, and the Baron. So the only setting I have to work with here is marriage. Now I'm wondering what happens here. So they're in love, but maybe what happens here? Oh, interesting. I could even make it so that I really like that. Okay, so Albert and the Baron can be in love, and he's rejecting Eleonora. How cool is that, man? I wasn't really too sure what to expect in terms of, like, same-sex representation in the game. Really cool that they allow for that. Healing heart. A heartbreak is healed. Now we've got Edgar, Eleonora, and Ligia, I guess? Okay, so let's say that Albert, or Edgar rather, I'm used to Albert, and Eleonora, they were married, right? And then Edgar died. And then Eleonora met Ligia. We love that. Okay, so I mean that's chapter 1. Drama. Now we've got, this is where it starts to get really interesting. We've got a lot of different things here. Everyone heartbreaks. Interesting. So each of these characters need to be heartbroken at some point during the course of it. So let's see how crazy we can get here. Because we have the revive option, which, what? Like, that's crazy. Okay. So let's start off. Eleonora and Ligia are married. That's how our last story ended, right? So let's go there. But Eleonora died, right? Okay, so that's one character who's been heartbroken. Now, Eleonora was resurrected and then met, let's say that she met Edgar at that point. But she already loved her, so Edgar's heartbroken. Now we need to find a way for Lenora to be heartbroken. So maybe Eleonora finds out that Ligia died, and now she's heartbroken. But it's okay. We have a happy ending, because Ligia came back to life too. I know that was a wild ride there, but you know what? It all worked out. They're all heartbroken, and the only person that it didn't really technically work out for was poor Edgar. That's alright. Poison. Drinks poison out of heartbreak. Okay. So let's see how this works here. They're in love. I've shipped them now. Eleonora and Ligia, they're in love. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Now, Edgar is going to approach her, but, you know, obviously that's not going to work out. She's already married. So Edgar is going to, I suppose, kill himself. A double self-poisoning. So somebody has to poison themselves and then I guess revive themselves, or get revived, and then poison themselves again. Okay. Well, in this reality, Edgar and Eleanor get to be together. How about that? Edgar's already drinking the poison, so Edgar dies. She's heartbroken. She drinks the poison. Okay. Then... yeah, we could maybe get really stupid about this. Edgar comes back, and he's like, what? Where's Eleonora? Right? He visits Eleonora's grave. I don't know if I'm going to have Eleonora come back at some point. Maybe I will. I don't know. And then he... okay, so that did work. Nice. Okay. So basically, they fall in love, they get married, he dies, she kills herself, he comes back, learns that she killed herself, and then he killed himself to be with her. How romantic is that? Murder of jealousy. Baron can murder people, I like that. Okay. So it's got to be the Baron specifically that murders people, huh? So this probably pretty clearly has to end at a grave. So let's say that these two get married. You know what? I liked shipping them, so maybe he's getting rejected, right? So then he murders her. Makes sense. Baron steals spouse. Stories can use fewer frames. Interesting study here, huh? Okay. Edgar and Eleonora, they're married. Eleonora turns down the Baron. The Baron retreats to his study and plots a murder. Okay. I guess. I don't know. Maybe... I'm wondering how I can make that... Or maybe he's just chilling. Oh, maybe this is what we'll do. We'll have... Edgar? We'll have Edgar take the poison. Oh, he doesn't know to take the poison. Oh. Let's move this over here. So when the Baron interacts with the poison, he... Okay, interesting. And now that has poisoned the study. Interesting. Okay. No gravesite here. So I guess that just means that he can now swoop in. Huh. Monsters. Okay, so this looks like this is going to be the last chapter. Okay. Adam and Eve die. Okay. Well, Adam and Eve are in the Garden of Eden, right? Who is it that... Isn't it Eve that is first tempted... Nudity warning, by the way, I guess. I guess I'll have to put that disclaimer in there. I think it's Eve that first is tempted by the snake. Okay. And then she brings that back to Adam, right? And then there's judgment. Correct? And then, I mean, he judges them both, no? Yeah. I probably have that completely wrong. Heartbreak. Dracula, Mina, and Jonathan. Day and night. Interesting. Okay. So at night, we got Dracula, and we got Mina. They're now in love, I guess. Dracula... Well, he goes out in the daytime. Jonathan is scared, I guess? I'm wondering what... Oh, so we can have... So she can get burned to a crisp. Interesting. I mean, that would be pretty heartbreaking, no? Let's see. Let's erase this. So, Dracula bites Mina. Or maybe Mina's supposed to be Dracula's... Or Jonathan's, like, bride. I just like how we have, like, this huge vampire, like... coterie here. Oh, that's funny. Okay, we need to figure this out. Vampire bites Jonathan. Okay. Mina discovers Jonathan. She's very heartbroken about that. And... I don't know. What am I doing wrong here? Because he's just gonna bite her, no? Yeah. I don't have, like, a lot of options here. Maybe I'm starting in the wrong place. Maybe, you know what, let's do this. Maybe I'm going about this completely incorrectly. Okay. So these two, they're in love, right? But oh no, he meets Dracula. And he gets left out in the sun. He dies. Mina discovers him. Okay, there we go. I wanted to jump right into the Dracula thing, I guess. I was overzealous. Alright. Cured from vampirism. Crypt Professor. Interesting. Okay, so Jonathan was our vampire in the first story. So let's keep in line with that. What in the world are these settings here? So, okay. Jonathan confronts the professor. Or maybe... I wonder what happens, because Mina's in this. What happens if I put Jonathan in there? Okay. Mina finds Jonathan in the crypt. She's like, yo, my boyfriend's a vampire. She's like, I'm gonna go kill Dracula. No, that doesn't work. So she's gonna have to... Yo, can I have her go into the crypt? That's one way to cure from vampirism, right? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so she's gonna have to find Dracula in the crypt. He's now dead. Okay. And now he's cured. Hooray. Crowned suitor. Queen and Baron again. I think we saw this a little bit in the trailer. Okay. Queen. Not interested in the Baron, right? Oh, here's the disguise. I kind of like the idea of the Queen putting on the disguise. Oh, no, they're not going to allow that. Baron puts on the disguise. He's going to kidnap the Queen. Okay. And then he's going to go take off the disguise and then save the Queen. But I need to make room for... Maybe I can just get rid of this altogether. Because I've got to make room for them to get married, right? There we go. I wanted to add too much detail. Unnecessary detail. Now, what is this? Interesting. Double heartbreak. So there's kind of like a challenge mode to it. Okay. They're in love. He dies. And I'm wondering... Oh, I guess... I'm wondering how I can set this up. Let's start fresh here. They're in love. Man, with only 3 panels, how do you pull this off? She's like, I don't know this dude. Wonder what happens when you try to... Oh, he's a ghost. I mean, that is a double heartbreak, no? That's interesting. Oh, so how do I... Let's say... They're in love. She dies. I guess that ultimately isn't really going to matter then, right? Or do I need to put... That would be a double heartbreak, no? Because then she's seeing that he, you know... It's a weird noise there for the for the undo button. He doesn't know who she is. I mean, you would think that I mean, that's the double heartbreak. Or maybe I have to make it somehow that 2 of them are heartbroken. I guess with only 3 panels, I'm like, how, you know, how could you really... Unless we need to start at the grave. Maybe, like, we start off and she's... No, because then she doesn't even know who that person is. So we have to start with a marriage in order for there to be a heart to break, right? One of them has to die. Okay, there's the heartbreak. And then the other one, she's a ghost. Or maybe she remarries. Or maybe it just maybe 2 different people need to have the heartbreak. So he gets denied, and then and then she dies. Maybe that's what we need here. Hey, there we go. We got there. Interesting. So these, okay, so some of these have like little challenge modes here. Double self-poisoning same person. Well, we've got plenty of wiggle room here, but I like to start fresh here. So, these 2 get married. One of them dies. She poisons herself to be with him. She is revived. She goes back to the gravesite and poisons herself again. Right? That was easy. Afterlife love. So he's dead. She's married. Or, well, I guess maybe it's as simple as, like... No, because then she's heartbroken. They're married. He poisons him. He's dead. Maybe... Oh, okay. She can probably kill herself, and then they can get married as ghosts. That's awesome. Indigestion. Huh. I don't know quite what they mean by that. Let's see. Maybe I can have... I don't really know. Can I just have him, like, eat over and over again? Is that what's going on? Yeah. I kind of want to see one more time what's going on here. That's funny. Professor cries. I noticed something earlier with the professor where he could, like, hold the garlic, like, to the vampire. Is there a way to put the professor in the casket here? Or in the coffin? Let's see. Alright, so... she sees her boy. She goes to the professor. Or maybe the professor's the one... Oh no, the professor's not an actual character. Okay, so I couldn't do that even if I wanted to. He gives her the steak. Let's actually see what happens here. She goes... kills her boy. I was kind of wondering if she was going to come back and, like, tell him, and then maybe then he would cry. Oh, he can just go straight to the professor, too, and be cured that way. Interesting. I wonder if... No, because at that point... She goes to the professor. Okay, she... I guess let's just go back with, like, she stakes Dracula. He's cured. I just don't know how to make the professor cry. It makes him laugh. Maybe if I have her? Oh no, that just swaps him around, huh? There we go. I was like, I didn't know that would make him cry, but... Dragon King. So... He puts on the... I wonder if it's, like, as simple as... Like, would she just instantly marry? No. So maybe it's kind of like the inverse of what was going on before. So let's start with the disguise. Or maybe no. Maybe let's not start with the disguise. Maybe we start in the dungeon. Baron's got her in the dungeon, right? Then he goes and puts on the disguise. Plot twist, he saves her as the dragon, and now the dragon and the queen get married because he never takes off the disguise. Dragon King indeed. And I guess that's it. Cool. Lots more characters, lots more settings, obviously. This was a cool demo, a cool game, really interesting idea. I mean, it was a little bit... It's a very ambitious idea, right? Like, it's a very... The game is... It's got a very unique premise, and it has a lot of, like, moving parts. And sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to kind of, like, understand exactly what's going on, and sometimes it can be kind of, like, finicky, and trying to kind of, like... understand the game's own logic, you know, if that makes sense. But, I mean, what a unique premise, and what a cool execution on those ideas. That's Storyteller. That was the demo. Hopefully there's much, much more in the full game, which should be coming out soon. It looks like there will be. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this brief look at a little bit of a taste of this really interesting game. I love that they have the challenge mode, which really kind of showcases the... different kind of ways you can approach these stories and the different, you know, things you can kind of do in the moving parts, and how, you know, you could make the Dragon King and you can make the professor cry, and like all this, you know, dumb stuff that kind of works into it. That's really neat. So yeah, really cool game. Again, coming out soon for the Nintendo Switch as a console launch exclusive at the very least on Switch and PC. You can play this demo now on Steam. And we're going to be definitely looking forward to it when it comes out on Switch. So, if you guys want more videos like this, if you like what you saw, you want to see more, definitely give us the sub here on YouTube. You can follow the podcast at All In Podcast on Facebook and Twitter. You can find us on any of your podcast feeds. And until next time, guys, bye!